Hi Sag, welcome to your tarot reading. So here's your energy. We do have the water energy as your focus. That's the energy you're going to be feeling the most during this time. And as you can see by the title, we're focused on the dates that are listed, okay? I feel like some of you guys are taking some time off of work in order to spend time with family or to be around or go to a family function, okay? Let's see what else. Yeah, and whatever this family function is or the time off, you're not getting paid for it, obviously. But if it's literally you going to a family function, it seems that during this time you're going to have to spend a little money to go to it or to attend it or, you know, to make it happen. So it could be like a kid's birthday party or something like that. It could literally be a vacation that you're taking with your family. But you know that once you've been saving for this time. So it's not like you're going to be broke or anything. You've been saving money so that you're able to have this happen, okay? So some of you are definitely trying to see if it makes sense for you to go on this trip or not. And some of you are already going on it for sure. So let's go ahead and see what's going on for the time being. Uh-oh, so we got two cards that flipped over right away. Alright Sag, so you're showing up as the Hierophant, okay? So especially if you have some Taurus placements within your chart, it wants to show up. But I definitely feel like you're the boss, okay? So at work, I feel like you may have gotten a promotion. In family life, I feel like this is saying that you are being very connected within your family. You are being the gatekeeper of your household, especially if you're a male. I'm definitely seeing that you're definitely being the one that is taking control of the household, leading the way, and that's always a good thing. Also, I feel that this is saying in your love life, this has a lot to do with stability and structure within the marriage or the relationship. So this isn't anything flimsy, okay? A lot of you, if you're not in a relationship yet, you're about to be. And if you are in a relationship, everything is very structured and balanced within this dynamic, okay? Yeah, so you're getting some things done. I think that the action that you're taking during this time, you did already plan for these things to be in effect, okay? So you're right on course with the way that you saw something going towards the future. With the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, I do feel like you are a little worried about finances. I am seeing that you want more. Specifically, I'm getting the message that somebody is spending money on something, but they wish that they could get the better version of it. So let's say you are spending a lot of money or a little bit, it doesn't matter. You're spending some money on something, and let's say that you saw a better, the deluxe package or something like that, and you wish you could go for it, but you're like, I can't because I got to save this money or I can't afford it. So I am saying that some of you are spending some money. I actually feel like you are spending quite a bit, but you wish you could spend more, okay? So it's like there's never enough for you at this time. We have the Three of Swords in reverse. So I do feel like you're overcoming some sort of disappointing news. I almost feel like you're looking at a bank statement or you're looking at your receipt and you're like I really just spent all that money. But I feel like you know it's something that you had to expect anyway. So you're like, there's no reason to be tripping over it. I already knew it was coming. So it definitely seems like you're making actions, and I feel like you're spending money. Or circulating money, rather, let's say it that way. You're circulating some money, okay, so that way it comes back to you later on. But I'm not seeing anything like drastic here. I feel like you've just been planning to spend money, and it actually is time for you to spend that money now. I feel like you're going according to your plan, okay? So you're very structured on whatever your plan is. You're making sure you're staying on target or on course with that. All right, so you know how I was saying you were planning on doing something and now you're taking action. I do think that there were some speed bumps at first when it came to that situation, meaning that there were some hiccups. But it also has a lot to do with maybe a reunion, a family reunion, or seeing someone from your past, whether it's romantic or family or friends. I feel like, or it could have been something that you wanted to get done in the past and now it's finally springing forth at this time, okay? But I feel like for whatever reason you had to wait on an answer or something was pending, so there was no way to really make it move forward until this time. All of a sudden now it's like, all right, let's get this done. And I mean that like right in the beginning of this time period of this video, like not of the video, but the day that it states for the first day, I feel like something's going to pop off for you during that first day. Yeah, so it's kind of like somebody either calls you or you get some sort of notification, or you get the receipt or you get the alert that whatever you were waiting on has finally transpired and it's gone through. So now you can get to start whatever this is. Yeah, the Emperor is showing up. So you could have been waiting on this since March, you could have been waiting on this situation, okay, to really come forth. I also feel like there is a situation with your boss, or the CEO, or a company setting, definitely dealing with business. Maybe you've been waiting on a certain car to come into stock, okay? Yeah, it looks like whatever you were waiting on, you had been planning on it, and it is something where it's like, okay, I am going to pay a lot for this, or I need this money, whatever it is. It could have even been a promotion, but I'm seeing that it had went into effect previously, but it had just now been, like, you're able to have it tangibly during this time, okay? I hope that makes sense. There also could be an Aries from your past, or somebody who's very aggressive. I feel like they're either Scorpio or Aries. They're kind of like coming towards you. If none of the other stuff is resonating, I feel like that would. All right, let's see. All right, so you're not satisfied because you feel like you need to figure out, you want answers for something, or you feel like something's been hidden from you. This could even be something as far as like hidden fees or something. Like you wanted to have more of something, but they didn't tell you that you would have to pay this much to have it, or something like that. I feel like you're saying they didn't tell me it would be like this. No one told me it would be like this. Okay. I'm getting the message that you were told this, but you didn't take it. You didn't take heed to it. Okay, so someone was trying to tell you, but you just didn't have the ears to hear. Knight of Wands. Okay, so it definitely could be word of mouth, conversation, or action that you needed to take to make something happen. I feel like, for example, I don't know why it keeps going back to like money in a hotel. I feel like you wanted a certain room, or you wanted a certain location, and instead of them telling you, hey, if you book it for this day, it'll be cheaper, they told you to book it at this time, and you ended up spending more money or something like that. Or if you would have acted quicker, you could have got a discount or something like that. But I feel like somebody didn't tell you something, or you feel like they didn't let you know, so now you have to spend more money, or it's not the best that you could have had if they would have, you know, helped you out with something. Then there's not much you could do. I feel like they had you waiting for something when really you should have just hopped on the deal, okay? So if you're watching this ahead of time, then I would advise you, if you are looking at something and you're like, should I wait? You should probably go for it if you want to be satisfied, but that might mean that you have to spend more money, okay? So it really just depends on what you're looking at here. Yeah, I feel like you feel like you missed an opportunity, or maybe somebody tells you later on, for example, if this is like a promotion, someone's like, you know, you could have asked for more money, and you're like, really? What the hell? Like, why didn't you tell me that before? And so you feel like, damn, I should have just went with my gut, or I should have just made that opportunity happen for myself. But you get over it. It's nothing that serious. Yeah, here's that Hierophant. Yeah. So it seems like this might have something to do with your finances, or your values within a workplace, or your boss. I feel like you either someone's saying you could have had a better opportunity or a better position, or, you know, something of that nature, and you're like, damn, like if I would have just listened to myself, you know. But I feel like the news you get, it's like, it's not that bad. It's just it could have been even better, but you kind of missed out on some sort of opportunity. So it seems like with the Ace of Wands here, you could have, I feel like in order for you to be able to have more of what you wanted, you would have to put in more responsibility or more work. But I feel like you were willing to do that, but they just assumed that you wouldn't want to do that, or they assumed you didn't want to go the long way. You know what I'm saying? And so they were like, oh, well, I would have told you if I would have known that you were going to do this, and that. And you're like, why didn't you tell me? Like, I definitely would have taken that if that means that my raise is going to go up to here, or my position is going to go up higher, whatever the case may be. So I feel like, you know, it's not that big of a deal, but I feel like you do wish that somebody would have gave you information privy, okay? So if you are watching this ahead of time, like I said, I do feel like you should speak up about something that you want, but just make sure that you have evidence, or you have tangible proof that you can handle what you're asking for. And I also feel like you should do a little bit more research on a certain, if you're trying to like buy something, do research on certain discounts, or certain like if there's levels to how good something is that you're trying to buy. Make sure you're really looking into the differences, because I feel like you're going to be disappointed if you don't do that, and I also feel like you might miss out on a really good opportunity. So let's see how you're looking during this time. All right, so you're showing up as the Ace of Air as well as the Chariot. So I feel like you're on the move. I feel like you're really changing some things around, especially if you're in the market for a car. I definitely see that you're strategizing for that at the very least, or you actually are making that happen. I feel like you're trying to talk to certain people so you can have word of mouth on what is a good car, specifically for the people who are trying to buy a car. But also with the Chariot, I feel like for a lot of you watching this, whatever news that you get or whatever situation you're a part of in this, it kind of comes at you faster than you expected. So you had already envisioned it in your head. You were planning and thinking about it. You probably even put some things into motion so that it could start to happen. But once it really started to happen and it was set in motion, it started to pick up rather quickly. And I think you're starting to see like, oh shit, let me keep up with the pace, okay? So this is a good stance to have. Nothing too bad about this. Let's see if there's anyone around you energetically or, you know, a specific sign. All right, so Sag, you do have a Cancer around you. They're showing up as the Two of Cups. You also had the Chariot here, so I will assume that whoever's around you is most likely your spouse, regardless of their sign, but they are showing up as Cancer, okay? So you have love around you, which is always a good thing. Or you have a best friend or somebody you can trust, you know, the very trusting energy. So if you feel like they did, you know, leave out some details, they didn't do it on purpose. I do feel like this person has your back, you know, so don't get mad at them. But they're showing up as interference, okay? So maybe they didn't do full research, or maybe they are someone who they weren't paying attention to the details. Like they were too distracted, I feel. And so if they were the person who was supposed to be doing some research for you or setting some things up for you, it's not that they were trying to sabotage you, but I do think that they had something that was blocking them from truly paying attention to everything. So you may want to do like double check their own research or their work or whatever that you needed their help with. Double check it just so that you're not finding out later on that they fucked up the process, okay? But I don't think that they were doing it intentionally. All right, so let's go ahead and get you an oracle message. Well, two of them. Okay, this one wanted to come out. So we have the Hierophant, right on. So we actually have 3 cards of Hierophant that came out. So you're definitely in a mode of like power and leadership, and I'm trying to think of the word. It's like you're the person that people will come to for answers, but people are not expecting you to be emotional about things. Like they really feel like you are the person who is the gatekeeper of whatever you're doing, okay? So try to have faith in yourself. You know, if you feel like you can't handle it, everyone else is looking at you like you got this, and even your higher self is saying you're the goddamn Hierophant. So you stick to your plan, and if that one doesn't work, you find another a way to make it happen. So you really want to have a bold mentality. You really want to think for the long term. You also want to be very practical about things, you know, so don't just look at it like, oh, the numbers don't make sense. Okay, well, if the numbers don't make sense, then maybe we should be doing the math ourselves to figure out what actually needs to happen so that A, B, and C works out correctly. And your message from Spirit. All right, so we have authority and spiritual strength. Like I said, you want to be encouraged within your own self, meaning that you want to know that you can do whatever you need to have happen, but also know that with authority, everything that you're really looking at, it really depends on you and what you're willing to take on. So there's probably a lot of responsibility coming your way, but I feel like you have what it takes to get it done. You just have to stay peaceful. You have to be mindful and have wherewithal to know, okay, I asked for this to some capacity, I can do this. So make sure you're staying encouraged. I feel like this is actually a really good reading. It's just a really big reminder, like don't let all of the emotions overwhelm you. But with that being said, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, Sag. I really, really enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and then hit the notification bell so that you're notified when I upload it for my Sages. And then after that, if you still want more info from me, then you can email me lovefromaleo@gmail.com, or you can add me on Instagram and we can chat there. But if you want your own personal reading with me, you need to email me lovefromaleo@gmail.com. Bye.